Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to another edition of Russ Can Fly. Little hot, little humid, but I don't care, cause I'm gonna fly. I know I'm tripping, but I love this stuff. I love this stuff. Okay, so before I get started, now this isn't a subscriber shout out because she's not a subscriber, but I definitely wanted to give a shout out to my young sister, Madeline Swegel. Madeline Swegel is, now I gotta read this, is the first U.S. Navy's, so she's the U.S. Navy's first black female fighter pilot. That's just awesome, and you can see some of the video here in terms of like who she is and stuff. Madeline Swegel is somebody I'm just super proud of. I hope one day I get to meet her, and as a fellow aviator, even though I'm not in the military, I am definitely proud of that young lady. I know her parents are just over the moon. I'm proud for them, and we're all proud. So definitely just wanted to give a shout out to Madeline Swegel and all that she does. And if she ever gets to see this video or any of the other videos, just know, sis, I am extremely proud of you. Okay, so it's time for me to try to be like you and go fly this airplane. Round down flare, baby. Let's make it happen. Throttle to 1/8 of an inch. And we're gonna get on the brakes. Clear prop. Nobody in front, nobody behind. All right, let's see what we got. Check the starter. Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit different, and as you can see by the title, I'm calling it a mock check ride. Now, two things. One, you can see that I am in the cockpit with a different certified flight instructor. My CFI wasn't available, but this gentleman was. And what's really interesting is that the CFI who's in the cockpit with me is the person I did my second discovery flight with a year ago. So it was awesome seeing him again. But I'm also using him as as though I am taking my final flight to become a licensed pilot. So you're going to see a lot of components of this flight that I normally edit out, just to show you some of the things that I really need to think about when I do my check ride. All right, we're gonna check heading, turn coordinator as we make this turn. All right, balls opposite. Turn coordinator is free and correct and indicating. Balls opposite. Vertical speed 0. Both are indicating correctly. Got 6. Got 6.
Good.
I don't know if you noticed at the beginning of the video, you saw me with a white placard in my hand. That's a checklist. Checklists when you're flying are everything. Even professional pilots, if they are worth their salt as professional pilots, they're using checklists. It just makes sure that you go over all of the stuff you need to go over to make sure that the plane is ready for flight. So that last little piece was actually on the checklist as well, but you can't check those instruments unless you're moving. And so that's probably going to be one of the things that the tester, the person who does the check ride, is going to be looking for. So that's why you saw me go very methodically through that part of the checklist. Turn into the wind here. Straighten the wheel.
Good.
All right. All right, let me see. So we did brakes and steering, heading indicating corners. Everything seemed to be indicating turn coordinated. Ball was swinging opposite. So I'm on the brakes, doors and windows closed and latched. Fuel quantity checked. Fuel selector is on both. The mixture, we're going back to full rich. Gonna go throttle up to 1700, do mag check. All right, gonna go right mag. Good drop, back to both. Gonna go left mag. Good drop, back to both. Carb heat. Good drop, carb heat, back off. Voltage alternator check. Good drop and indicating. Back up. Oil temp, oil pressures are good. Suction 4.5, good. And back to idle. Idle's good. And back up to 1,000. All right, so engine instruments, alternator check, annunciator panel, we don't have one.
To park for a couple hours.
We did throttle back to idle. Mixture Venus, I don't need that. Flaps are set, they are all the way up.
Stay down the lower ramp here.
Flight instruments are set.
Yes, sir, off your
altimeter, compass, heading indicator. And then departure briefing, so gonna take runway 24 out. If get anything with the engine and things screw, we're not doing full power, I'm just gonna pull it back, get on the brakes, and we're gonna exit.
Okay.
If we are above 100 feet after we rotate, see if we just can't land back on the brakes, get off the active. If we're above 100 and we have already rotated, just gonna look straight ahead, troubleshoot, see what we could do, just basically aviate. If we need to land straight forward, we'll look for best place to land, and of course we'll look for best glide at 65 to see if we can't get ourselves down.
Works for me.
Alrighty, throttle friction lock is good. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and line up.
Alright, let's do it.
I know there was somebody on final.
Yeah, they landed.
They landed, okay.
Yep.
Wings traffic, Cessna 717 Golf, taking runway 24, gonna be heading out to the north. Wings. Alright, come on. There you go. Alright, let's take one more leg check here. Nobody coming on final. I don't see anybody on the field. I think we're good to go.
Let's do it. Line up center line. Straighten out the wheel.
Traffic, Cessna 12623 is
One
about
last
7
check.
miles to the
24 indicating good. Going full power, heels to the floor. Little right rudder, just in case. Engine instruments are green. Airspeed is alive. Looking for rotation speed and rotate.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Wings traffic, Pilatus 319 Alpha Foxtrot is departing runway 24. We have the Cessna on the upwind in sight. Wings traffic. To the west-southwest, now northeastbound, 900 for 1,200, round.
There was a lot that I showed in this particular part of the first takeoff that I wanted to show you, and I was as thorough as I possibly could because these are all the things that the tester's going to be looking for when I do my actual check ride. Now, just so you know, a check ride is when you actually take a person in the airplane with you. They're an official tester for the FAA, and they test all kinds of different skills. One of the things that they test is whether or not you have good use of checklists and things like passenger briefings. All of those things are very crucial. And so I just wanted to show a lot of the checklist work and some of the pre-flight stuff so that you can see what I'm working on as well to prepare for the time where I'm actually going to do my check ride. So makes the flight, the first takeoff, a little longer, but since this is considered a mock check ride, I wanted to show you all those things that kind of go into that.
Wings traffic plus 319 Alpha Foxtrot is on the upwind.
Good. Now why don't we go ahead and recover out of slow flight?
All right, recover out of slow flight. We are going to carb heat in, full power. I'm looking for
Hold that altitude.
65 and a positive rate.
So what you see here is just me doing what's called a slow flight recovery. And so when you're in slow flight, like you're coming in to land, you've got flaps extended and all kinds of stuff. You've got to clean all of that up and then fly regularly. So that's what you see here.
Okay, what else? There we go.
First notch of flaps out. And then we got a positive rate, other flaps come out.
Very good.
Traffic right in front of us.
Yeah, that's a collider, so we're just going to go under them.
Okay. And they have the right of way anyway, right?
Yep.
That's the one thing I'm still learning is kind of judging distance,
Yep. Right now we're probably about 5 miles away.
Okay.
That'd be a good time to make a radio call.
Okay.
Now, one thing that was really interesting about this flight is this CFI was just really letting me fly. And this is the first time I actually had to fly from the practice area back to Wings Field kind of on my own. And so that's what you hear me explaining to the CFI. I'm not used to really making radio calls here, not used to judging distances and when to make those calls. And so he was kind of helping me as I go along. When it's check ride time, I got to get this down.
Feels nice and smooth going this way.
Yeah, it feels good.
All right, looking for beam the numbers so I can configure.
Okay.
And we're beam the numbers. So carb heat, powered 1500. Looking for that white arc. First notch of flaps. Nose coming down. Watching my airspeed. Looking for my 45. Wings traffic, that's the 717 Golf, turning base for runway 24, wing. Alright, gonna go for my second notch of flaps, 20 degrees. That nose coming down.
Hello, traffic, Cherokee 41963, departing pattern to the west.
Wings traffic, Cessna 717 Golf, turning final for runway 24, wing. Alright, 30 degrees of flaps. Looking fairly decent. Getting a little low, little power. Idle, flare.
And just keep that nose coming back, coming back, coming back, coming back on the nose. Keep coming back. Yep, keep coming back. There it is. Hold it.
That was one of my better first landings. Was it great?
It was a great landing. Landed it better than I would have.
For a first landing, that was a better first landing.
So you see how that nose doesn't stop coming back,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's all based off of speed. That's the only thing that's based off of. If you have too much speed, the airplanes want to go back up. But we were slow enough, we were at the right speed, where you pull back and the nose is coming up, but the mains are staying down.
Right.
Right? That's exactly what you're looking for.
So just because of time, I'm gonna go ahead and not show the other landings because they weren't as good as that one. That landing was actually good. That was the first time I actually landed and heard the stall horn just before the mains touched down and then the front gear touched down. It was one of my best landings since I've been flying. So, but I just wanted to show kind of some of the other components to flight, working the checklists, you know, recovering from slow flight, making some other calls that you may not have seen, doing a run-up to check engine instruments, all of those types of things. These are all the types of aspects of flying that are crucial. I mean, yeah, flying is awesome and all that kind of stuff, but you skip an item on the checklist and that could literally mean the difference between life and death. So thank you for flying with me again. Let's get to the upper ramp and conclude. Thanks, back check. Main power off. Parking brake. Well, I will say that was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
One of the things I will say is I am just about getting it. Like, it's not completely clicking, but it was almost there. And I definitely wasn't as overwhelmed rounding out and flaring as much as I've been in the previous video. So it's coming slowly but surely. Definitely got to work on my pattern find a little bit. The CFI that I flew with today, which was different from my normal one just because he was busy and there was this plane that was available. So you gotta get in where you fit in. But at any rate, he was saying my turn banking is a little bit too much, so got to correct some of that. But he was actually, impressed with where I am and the amount of hours that I have and stuff. So I am getting there, and I definitely felt better about it. I really did. Like, I don't feel like I needed to beat myself up. Definitely feel like I'm making progress. So until next time, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up icon underneath. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. I would really appreciate it. All right, take care, good people. Russ Kid, I'm out. Let's fly. See ya.